Hey yo, you're now locked in and tuned in to CKRTradio.com. And you're listening to the Lionheart, Mikey Truth.
And the Takedown King, Jackson Roy.
And we representing Dynasty. And you can see us live and direct. NCG Believe, April 5th.
Yes, it's Dynasty versus the Congregation. First ever matchup for the NCG Tag Team Championships. You gotta be there.
You and your family can win a ticket package indirect to catch Dynasty live in action for the NCG to become the first ever NCG Tag Team Champion.
Dynasty.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Wrestling Roundup, your weekly dose of all things wrestling. From epic showdowns to backstage drama, we've got you covered. So let's dive into the ring. I'm your host, Jay, and I'm here with my fellow co-host, Dan.
How you doing, Jay?
Good, yourself?
Good. Nice to have you back, bud.
Yeah, thank you. Glad to be here. And today we are joined, for the first time, we have two guests on this episode. We have, you may have seen them in GCW, you may have seen them in C4 Wrestling, Barry Wrestling. They're the former tag team champions of Destiny. And most recently, you will see them in NCG. We have the Takedown King, Mr. Jackson Roy, and the Lionheart, Mikey Truth. Together, they are Dynasty.
Dynasty, that's it.
Fellas, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
What up? Thank you for having us. We're so excited to be on your show, and let's do this thing.
We appreciate you guys being here. We've been following you guys on NCG especially. We were at the Ain't Easy. It was a phenomenal, you guys against KPK.
That's it.
Honestly, didn't think he's had a chance when I saw Mikey come out there.
Whoa.
Because he was only the size of the man's leg. But I can tell you one thing.
Wow.
He was quick as a hiccup, so I didn't even see him come out. That's how fast he was moving.
Whoa, hey.
And impressed the crowd.
We
So
have company.
phenomenal.
Come on now.
Hey.
Come on.
Hey, I'm just here to tell you, like I saw it, and I saw Jackson come out, and I thought that is one big fella.
All right,
And I didn't even see that he had Mike in his pocket. I didn't know that.
Wow. Okay. I apologize. Fellas, I apologize. Let's start at the beginning. How did you guys get started in the world of wrestling?
Okay, I'll start.
Yeah, this is Jackson.
So I did amateur wrestling prior to doing professional wrestling. I did amateur wrestling for about 6-7 years, all through high school and a little bit after high school. But I always wanted to get into professional wrestling. It's something that I always wanted to do as a kid. So fast forward to 2020, right before the pandemic, I signed up for professional wrestling at Battle Arts Academy, which is based out of Mississauga, Ontario. It's ran by former WWE superstar Santino Marella. So I signed up for the program, and then 2 weeks later, the pandemic started. And I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? But luckily, 6 months later, we reopened again, and the gym opened up again. I started my training up again, and from there, I just met Mikey Truth, and we just had this idea of creating a faction, a stable. And Mikey is the brainchild of Dynasty, but we all kind of all put our ideas and thoughts into it. But that's pretty much how everything started for me. And we've been going like 3 years strong.
Okay. Mikey, how about you?
Yeah, they go back past 3 years. Hey, man. Training at Battle Arts, being one of the smallest guys in the room. I'm already used to it, big dog. Already used to it. So float like a butterfly, I'm a sting like a bee, and you're going to feel. Trust and believe. Yeah. So that's what it was, one of those things. That ideology, as soon as I seen that there's Battle Arts, it wasn't too far away from my home, about 15, 20 minutes away out here in the GTA, the Greater Toronto area. I was like, okay, it's meant to be. There's no more excuses. Get it done now. So I went in, I was there when they had the grand opening. I met some of the first generation of Battle Arts students. Even Adrian Hornet, who's even the referee right now for WWE, he originally trained at Battleus, and he's one of the first generations of guys that led the pathway for all of us to follow suit on this journey of pro wrestling. Fast forward, the pandemic ended up hitting, and during that time, I wasn't really taking pro wrestling serious. I was only doing it for exercise, and I was at college at the time. So went to school, did that. On my way back, COVID hit. Complete stop and halt. What we gonna do now? In my mind, I was like, this is the perfect opportunity to take pro wrestling serious. I can take this time to actually train, be completely focused while the world stop, and then it's gun ho from there. And then that's when I ended up meeting Jackson Roy on the reopening. Jackson Roy has a background in amateur wrestling. I have a little background in that as well. So that's where we immediately hit off, is like we were rolling and tussling and wrestling on the mat. And our head coach at the time and owner, Santino Marella, Anthony Corelli, he caught eye of that, and he really noticed that chemistry between us, and we noticed that chemistry between us. And our coach, Stone Walkwell, Asylum, he took control of the class, and he was leading charge, and that's where Dynasty really, really, really developed from there. And that's basically time in, time out throughout the months, training and just building and presenting the idea of what Dynasty was. From the ideas, the guys joining in. Jackson was the first guy in the mix. And then he was like, did you have the idea of not only tag team, but managing? You want to add more guys to the group? And that's where Sway Archer ended up going into. So the basic dynamic was homegrown in Battlettes in the GTA Toronto.
So you guys are mainly traveling Ontario. I've noticed a lot of matches you guys have done have been in the Ontario area, like different cities from Toronto up to Windsor, right through to Ottawa. So you're Ontario guys.
Through. You have a problem with that, sir?
I was just going to ask if it was the water you're drinking that kept you way down there, but if you could there, Mike, if you could just adjust your camera, we're losing you from the eyes up, and as the shortest guy, I didn't want to just see your chin.
Well, you know what? I'm going to bring you back down to earth. This water keeps us youthful and powerful. It's why we're going to be the first ever NCG Tag Team Champions. Wow. It's the draining of that energy. We're going to be hitting you guys full charge and showing you exactly why Mikey Truth is that lion heart.
That's right.
I will give Mikey Truth that I've never, ever seen anyone with the type of energy you have. I've never seen anybody be able to bounce around the ring, fly into the crowd, go back, use the restroom, and come back before anyone even noticed you were missing. That there's so much energy there. And it's exhilarating. Like, it gets the crowd going. So, oh yeah,
that's what you need. That's what you need. The hustle, the power. Like you got the combination of both. So, what has been one of what you would consider your toughest match? We'll start with Jackson.
Toughest match
as a tag team or a singles. It's up to you.
I think the first match that comes to mind for me had to be our match we had. It was a triple threat tag team match with TDT and Sexy Beast. They're two teams based out of Montreal, Quebec. That match was very hard hitting. TDT is really known for their rough, hardcore style. So in the match, when we were going over the match, you know, we were like going over ideas, and you can tell like they were really like, okay, we're gonna really beat these new guys in. You know, they're gonna hit us with a lot of hard hitting moves. But when we're actually in the match, they started to grab a couple of chairs, and that's not something that we were expecting. Like, we did know like a triple threat match is kind of like a no DQ match, but we see the chairs coming, and then all I see is they hit Mikey with a shot to the back. Oh. I hear Mikey with his loudest scream ever. And I'm like, oh no, I guess I'm next. So they hit me in the back with a chair. And I was like, oh man, like this is something that we've not been, like we have never been hit with chairs like that prior to that match. So it was something different, but it was so much fun. It was very last minute too. We weren't expecting to be in that match, I think they had to change the card around, but it was a fun experience. IWS is a great promotion, and the locker room out there is very, very kind and very, very welcoming. So it was very fun being there, but that was definitely one of the hardest matches. That's one of the matches that comes to mind.
Trial by fire. Okay. Mikey, how about you?
For sure. That's definitely one of the toughest. And like you said, we've been traveling the roads from Montreal, Ottawa, all the way going into stateside, right? So, and we're going to continue to expand it. We're trying to take that global takeover down.
Global domination.
That's it.
Yeah. So I'd say along this journey, one of the most difficult tasks, yes, it was that match, because it was one that being thrown in the deep end with like the homegrown and like the leaders, the faces at IWS, that the pillars of that promotion, that built that promotion up. So it's like, can you hang with them? Then you're solid on the tag team division. So that was the pressure, the test was on our back there. I'd also say the ladder match. The ladder match, again, we're in a situation where like we aren't having too much of a hardcore background and having to adjust in that moment.
Right.
And there's a couple of teams in that matchup, Sweetest P, Kristara, Alex Mays, the Bay City Choir Boys, and what was supposedly planned was Fresh Air. Junior Benito and Hot Stepper were all supposed to be in that match, but due to injuries and stuff, they were able to pull out, and there's a vacated tag team championship hanging about 15, 20 feet from there. And the climb was on, trust me. And I did fall. But I got right back up, and we kept on fighting. And I say that's one of the hardest matches. I even thought the GCW match for sure. That was another last minute adjustment that we had to do. I mean, like, we've been hit with so much obstacles and trials and tribulations along this journey. And for us, it's overcoming all those odds. So
that's right.
It's light work.
Yeah, it's not how many times you get knocked down. It's how many times you get back up.
Exactly.
That's what they say.
Yeah. So how do you prepare yourself when, like yourself, Jackson, you turn and somebody's hitting your partner with a chair? You know you're next. How do you prepare yourself for that impact?
I mean, there's no running, but but I'm just like, okay, just boom, just go for it, as long as like it doesn't end up with a serious injury, I'm here for it, and that's definitely something. After actually being hit with a chair, it's definitely something that like I would, get back into. I actually want to do some more like no DQ matches just to test our toughness. Like Mikey did say, like we did ladder matches. We got hit with a chair, so I'm thinking next is maybe a table.
Okay.
Maybe a table match we can be in that, and see how
maybe a table.
match up with that,
It's like, Jackson, get the tables. Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
I got to volunteer.
Someone through it for sure.
April 5th, I got to volunteer. He's right beside me. You guys can put him through the table.
You can put me through the table if you want.
Okay.
Maybe April 5th. You never know. Once we take care of the congregation, we might come find you.
Whoa.
And that's it. Is for me, I believe that you're missing one key thing on the 5th, and that's the Holy Lord is on the side of the congregation.
Ooh.
I think the Father is coming. I think it's going to be a phenomenal matchup. Don't get me wrong. You guys are so evenly matched out where you both have a power guy, you have the speed, you have the agility, you have the high flyer. Just, I think that you're a little bit lower.
Yeah, because they have a higher
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Leave me alone.
Talk over your chest.
I think if they manage to throw Mikey out of the ring, you might not see him again because I don't think he can see over the ring apron.
Whoa.
So that's just my opinion.
Bounce right back up with a springboard 4-fly-4 right in your jawline. And what's he gonna do then? You always got a plan to get punch in your mother face.
That's it. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Have you been in the ring with the congregation at all?
We had a standoff with them after our match to qualify for those finals. And a standoff with congregation. That was as far as it's gone. We've seen their stuff, and we know they're guided by the grace of God. But so are we, the sons of a deity. Yep. Trust and believe.
I hear
yes,
that.
Of course. Did you see that we went we went to go talk to the Lord. We went to talk to him. And
I did.
told the Lord
I saw it.
that I am willing to do whatever it takes
That's right.
to win those championships.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. I told the Lord that. So, and then the Lord is on our side. You know,
There you
the
go.
Lord will be with us on April 5th.
He watches
And we
over everybody.
for our actions,
Yeah.
you best and believe. So as far as they want to push us, we're going to that limit and overboard.
And you heard him say he's ready for the chair. He's ready for tables. If
I hope
congregation
he is.
introduces
I
us,
hope he is.
Jamal.
Like I'm figuring we're gonna see Mikey running under the table,
You never
and
know.
then.
Hey,
But kudos to both of you because we have had the pleasure of watching you, and you were a standout on that night. Like I said, the amount of energy was amazing to watch you guys against KPK, guys who were even yourself, Jackson. You're a big guy, and they were bigger than you are. And
Oh, yeah.
between you and your power, and Mike's speed, his endurance, his high flying, you guys proved what I would have thought at the time was a no contest. You guys showed that you guys are the true contenders for the NCG tag team titles.
yes.
You deserve every bit of it. I just don't think you're going to win it.
Well, I'll let you know about this. The
Backhanded
what
compliment.
we bring to the table that a lot of other tag teams and teams don't is that we are multi-dimensional athletes.
Mhm.
Point blank, period.
I believe it. I believe it.
That's right. You know, so sometimes you'll see Mikey pop out a new move, pop up this, pop up that. Hey, you're yet to see what I can really do. I can fly too, man. I can
Oh,
fly.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt
You
it.
know? So I'm telling you, you mentioned KPK. We've battled KPK all over.
I know.
Ontario.
Yeah, I've watched.
Battle them from this and that and this and that. So we know KPK very well, and they're very, very good competitors. But this is what I'm going to tell you. On April 5th, when we battle the congregation, you're going to see a new side of Dynasty that you've not seen before.
You go.
I'm telling you, we are willing to do whatever it takes to win those championships. We've studied them, we've watched their matches, and we're ready and we're prepared to face them 2-on-2 and win those championships. We're walking out of NCG Tag Team Champions. I'm telling you.
You heard it here.
Look in
You
their
heard it here
eyes,
first.
across that ring. I see it in their eyes. The
Dude.
fire ain't as lit like us. They don't have it. That hunger in their heart, they don't have it like us. Trust and believe. We cannot go back to Toronto empty-handed. We come from the Screwface capital
Yeah.
for a reason.
And,
We don't always have everybody in our favor from day one. But trust and believe, when we show and prove, it shuts everything down. So you have a choice either now or never. Speak now or forever hold your peace. You either Dynasty or you are against Dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm with you.
no matter
So for
what,
Dynasty.
those diamonds will be up.
Dynasty is going against. Put your hands down. Is going against the congregation. What happens when divine intervention sets in and there's now 4 congregation members against 2?
Are you doing your
Oh,
homework,
Mikey.
sir? Are you doing your homework?
He's
Do you
clearly
know
not
what
doing his
Dynasty made up
homework.
out of? Tell him, Jackson.
Tell him, Mikey. Tell him.
Oh, all right. I got you. Dynasty isn't just me and Jackson Roy. Like I said, we're a multi-dimensional group, multi-dimensional athletes. And if you want to roll the Rolodex, we go by Freebird rules. And it doesn't matter any mix that you get out of Dynasty, whether it's me, Jackson Roy, Sway Archer, D. Smith, or the big bad Xavier Walker, who's going to be making his debut at NCG. You best and believe you can switch and mingle any member of us, and we're going to bring back the same results. Wins,
Okay.
W's.
And that's what I want to know is, are your guys prepared to get into a battle if, and that's if, we start bending the rules a little bit and bringing extra members of the congregation in? Are we going to see extra members of Dynasty getting involved?
Come one, come all. Bring them all.
There you
Just
go.
like the DMX song says, bring your whole crew. The whole crew.
That's it,
Because
Rough
that's
Riders.
exactly what we're gonna do. We can bring D. Smith. We can bring Sway Archer. Like Mikey said, Xavier Walker is gonna be in the building.
He's already there. He's already
Yep.
there.
Which
If the
good.
congregation wants to bring every single member they got, we welcome it.
There you go.
All right, up.
We definitely do have something in our back pocket.
See that? They're ready.
Run up and get done up. Trust and believe that. Run up and get done
Just
up.
when brings his whole crew, just a bigger piece of cake for me to chew a hole through.
Now,
You-
I'm going to pay you as
There you
quite
go.
the compliment right now.
Oh,
because
okay. Get
watching
ready,
you
guys.
guys,
Get ready.
be careful. You don't know where to be going, but watching you guys and how Mikey is always there, Jackson, you're always there for him, reminded me of one team, the best tag team in the entire world ever, and that was Animal and Hawk of the Road Warriors. They were always together. They always had each other's back. And watching you guys, all I can tell you is oh, what a rush.
You beat me to it. Ooh, what a rush. And that's what we're going to bring at UCG Believe. It's going to be a rush. This tag team match, it's set to have a propelling story that is going to last for a very long time. I know this is not going to be the first or the last encounter that we have in the congregation, and we're well prepared for that. So a great man once said, if you want to bring it, we can have this in war games.
There you go. That's right.
No. And I will pay the other compliment, Jackson, that your attitude going into this, what doesn't matter how many there are, we're gonna come out on top, is exactly what would have came out of my idol, Hawk's mouth. So I have nothing but respect for you. Nothing but respect. I met Animal before he passed. It was the highlight of my life. But watching you guys and how dedicated you are to each other reminds me so much of them, because wherever one was, the other was not far behind. And for that, kudos. You guys are phenomenal on that.
Respect. I appreciate that.
Oh,
See,
yes, of course.
I knew we were going to meet halfway. I knew we were going to meet halfway at one point in time during this interaction.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna win him over. We're gonna win him over. Don't worry.
That's
But
right.
it's not hard. You got Jackson, and then you have Mikey, who's half the size of Jackson. So we met in the middle.
Whoa, hey now.
Touche.
Yeah.
Touche. You got that one.
But we do have, and I explained earlier, we had a young fellow who came to the last NCG, watched your match, and couldn't stop talking about it. He's going to be there again. He's already had your autographs. I'm going to bring him over to you because he thought the two of you were phenomenal in every aspect. So,
That's one of his highlights. Of the show.
that was the highlight of his night, was seeing you guys. So I will give you that. I'll give you every prop you have. You guys are phenomenal. Right now, WWE is going into the WrestleMania. They've given their tag teams titles off to the Street Profits. And I will tell you, and Jay and I have discussed this,
We have.
so much in common with the Street Profits. You've got Montez and you got Dawkins. The Power, and to steal from the 80s, Power and the Glory. And it's amazing.
Ooh, I like that.
Well, you can use it. You can use any
that.
lines.
Like
so.
the comparison. Like there's those two guys are definitely inspirations to us. But yeah, like they're switching things up here and there. And we like that they can evolve their characters,
Yes.
and that's kind of a thing that we've been thinking about as well, evolving Dynasty and bringing it to the next level. Like Street Profits, I definitely take a lot from Angelo Dawkins. I've actually been studying a lot of his movements in the ring and trying to tweak it and make it my own. So yeah, those guys are definitely inspirations to us.
Is there any other
Definitely.
team? Is there any other teams that maybe you watched when you were growing up, or just even singles wrestlers? So you're growing up, you have the amateur background, and you think, oh, okay, you know what? I'd like to get into professional wrestling. Who did you watch as a kid, if anyone?
Okay, so it's kind of funny because a lot of people would expect my favorite wrestler to be like a Kurt Angle, But my favorite wrestler of all time is Booker T.
Okay.
He was actually the first wrestler I ever saw when I tuned into pro wrestling, and he just like captivated me. He intrigued me so much to continue watching throughout the years. So he's definitely a big inspiration to me in this business. But other wrestlers growing up would definitely be Chris Jericho, Edge, Eddie Guerrero, AJ Styles. Those are the guys that really like made me such a big fan of professional wrestling. Samoa Joe is another big one. And then when it comes to tag teams, my favorite tag team of all time is the Dudley Boys. So we mentioned them earlier, Get the Tables. So they're a big inspiration to me. Obviously Harlem Heat as well. And yeah, those are really big. Oh yeah, the Steiner brothers. Those are the guys that I liked. They are before my time, but I went back and watched a lot of their tag team matches. Just very hard hitting, very technical, and yeah, great tag team. Yep. So those are just a few of my favorites.
All right, Mikey, what do you got?
Yeah, definitely. Like, Jackson hit the nail on the head with some like legendary teams, and I love like the comparison with the Road Warriors for sure. Just the energy and just like, oh man, just the aura that the Road Warriors always had. It's just something that you want to take and transcend, and just being able to transcend between generations. Like you said, you have the young one that's a fan of us, never seen pro wrestling like that on that type of level before, and had that connection. That's a genuine connection. That's what we want to have from the youth to the OGs. You know what I mean? But for me, my influences go back. I was 90s baby, so I got a bit of ECW, WCW, and WWE attitude era in its like fresh prime. So Rey Mysterio for sure, big inspiration for me. Like the stature,
the biggest little, he's the biggest little man.
The heart and the size and the heart and the dog for that fight, you know, man. Rey Mysterio has transcended generations. That's something that I look towards to how to evolve myself and to play the long game for the next generations, you know, to come. Tag teams, Motor City Machine Guns. How can we not put respect on Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin's name? These guys have set the trend and the style for tag team wrestling for this generation alone. So for sure, you got to give them their flowers. Amazing Red is a big key to me. And within Amazing Red, I learned about the SATs, the original Spanish announce team, back in the NWA TNA era and ROH era. So yeah, that's just a few gems right there. But the inspiration goes all around. Edge and Christian, the Hardy Boys. How can you not miss out Hardy Boys? The Dudley Boys, yes, man. So yeah, a rich history of tag team wrestling. We not only study, but has inspired us.
I can't see how nobody has mentioned Arn and Tully Blanchard.
Bruh, of course.
Arn and Tully were the best.
That's fundamentals. Yes. Fundamentals. The whole. Yep. What do you mean? The Freebird rules? We're taking it from that whole old school era.
Yeah, Freebirds were good in their day. They were top notch. You go back and you look at them. For you guys starting out, did you think I want to be a tag wrestler or I want to be a singles competitor?
That's a good question.
I always say to Mikey all the time, I want to do everything. When I first started, I was like, I want to do everything. I want to be a singles wrestler. If I can meet someone and be a tag team, I'll be a tag team wrestler. I just want to do it all. Singles, tags, trios, scrambles, fatal four-ways, triple threats, anything. I just want to be able to hit on all cylinders. You can put me anywhere and I will deliver. Yeah. And I will you can give me any test and I'm going to pass that test. So in order to do that, I need to be able to be in any type of match and any type of stipulation, anything. That's what my goal is. I want to be able to be in any type of match or anything you can put me in.
There you go. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
Athlete.
Exactly.
Yeah. Versatility, utility. Like, yeah, you can plug me in anywhere and I'm going to succeed. That makes perfect sense. I have a question about the younger generation, though. So how important is it for you guys, or is it important at all for you guys to feel like you're role models to the next generation who maybe, are watching you guys for the first time or second, third time?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, let alone this NCG Tag Team Championship is representation in itself. I feel like just our cultural background, just being that on the forefront, is an inspiration for all minorities all around. Doesn't matter what country, background you come from, but all minorities can look at us and be like, oh, I can actually do this too. So that's a key role for us. And like, again, it goes back to the style and abilities that we want to bring to the ring, as being multidimensional players and being able to not be marginalized in any way, shape, or form in the style that we wrestle, our gimmicks, our characters, our persona that we bring to the people. Everything's organic, right? And like I said, we want to have that electrifying, connective energy with our audience whenever we perform. So you feel free, Jackson. If you want to take it from there, go ahead, add your 2 cents. 3 cents. Dollar.
The dollar bill.
You hit it on the nail, man. You hit it on the nail.
So for you guys, as you're going around, and I've mentioned that you travel a lot, so there's a lot of matches you guys have had. Is it face or heel? Which do you personally enjoy more? Getting the crowd going because you're phenomenal, or getting the crowd going because you're as annoying as hell and you're bouncing around the outside of the ring, and that flag can be one of two. It's either inspiration or it's, you know what, I just want to beat the hell out of you with it. But like, what triggers you guys? Are you do you enjoy the heel role or the face role?
I love both.
Me personally, I prefer both. It's just something about going out there and just like getting cheered and getting like a reaction, a good, nice reaction from the fans, especially even the kids. We everyone putting the diamonds up. It's a good feeling, and also like, connecting with the fans at the merch table and just talking to them and just interacting with them, which is really, really humbling. But being a heel is nice too, man. Like, I like being a heel. I like showing a different side of Dynasty. We can get down. And anyone tries to cross us, we're gonna show you guys. We're not playing around. We're not messing around. So I like getting in there and not just showing my amateur wrestling side, but my vicious side. And like I said, we'll do whatever it takes, and if that so happens to be, what we have to do, we'll do it. And if it's, if we're going to show a bad side, we'll do it.
Yeah, if you're booed out of the building, you're still getting a reaction. So, doing your thing.
Cheering, whatever it is, as long as you're making noise.
Yep. Exactly. Like they say, if you're not getting no reaction, you're doing something wrong.
That's right.
You're doing something wrong. So for us, like I said, multi-dimensional talents, that's the key. That's what we've been dreaming our head since day one. Being able to plug and play at any role that's given to us. So if it's to be a baby face and to bring the energy in the room up and be uplifting to the people, be inspiring to the youth and show them that you can do this too, whether big or small, you can do it too. That's the key. That's the key with us as like the baby face role, the inspiration and unity. That's what we're charging. But when you turn us to the dark side, when you really get under and push those buttons, you're going to wish you never did that, because that's another side of us. The heel side, that's when you start to play and tap with your emotions, mentally, physically, and spiritually. You best believe. Whenever you're contemplating, what did I get myself into? What kind of mess did I get myself into? I can't fix this, because Jackson's going to break you, and the truth's going to deal with you.
That's right. Yeah. Is there anybody that you... Okay, if you have a dream tag team match, or just anybody that you haven't faced yet, is there a team that you got your eyes on other than the Congregation right now?
Are you saying within the realms of NCG or just
no,
general?
Just anybody, like above, because you've been in Destiny, you've been in Barrie Championship. Yeah. So let's stay in Ontario. Ontario, is there a team that you guys have your eye on and you think you'd have a good match with?
I want to just put it specifically just on one team. I kind of want to make this an open-ended type of thing to all the teams that are currently trying to get to a next level in the Ontario independent wrestling scene.
Absolutely.
Like, you see it happening in real time. NCG has its tag team division. It's open. It's open season now. Pull up. and let's get busy. Because I'm laying it down right now. Dynasty is coming to collect those NCG Tag Team Championships, and then the gates are open. The gates are open. So it's not about who I want. Do they want an opportunity to be next up to potentially become an NCG Tag Team Champion? But you're going to have to go through Dynasty to do that, best in belief. And we don't have the titles just yet, but we will be your first ever champions, and we're laying down the precedent. It doesn't matter if you're from Ontario, stateside. Our main thing is we want to be put to the test. So we want global recognition. So bring us global tag team talent.
All right. I'm good with that. So we are what, 6 days? Yeah, 6 days away. 6 days away. Saturday night, April 5th. Is there anybody else on the card? Is there a match that you're looking forward to? I know you said you got your guy coming with you, so you'll be watching his match, I'm sure.
We're looking forward to making that a crowning moment, if you know what I mean. So
I do.
We're looking for it. Believe for the world to see in that night, not just in LaSalle, Ontario, and the Canadian independent wrestling scene, not just stateside, we're going to Detroit, Michigan, and that end on the East Coast. No, we want the world to know that Dynasty has arrived. And this is a Dynasty takeover. From the Noble Crown to the tag team division, we are setting a precedent that NCG is Dynasty land now.
The Noble Crown. Going into the Noble Crown now, I am a huge fan of a very huge man who had the Noble Crown there, and that was Giant Orion, who's now the champ.
This is Giant Orion's favorite peasant, is what I've been told.
I am. And all I can say, honestly, Jackson, I think you got a shot. I think you got a shot to go toe-to-toe with the man. You're a big fella, and you've got a lot of power. Mike, I got to say, you got a shot against his boot.
Whoa. For sure.
Oh, what about them knees? How them knees
I'm not even sure you can reach to the knees, man.
Those knees, dude.
I think you need to understand something about me, sir. I can physically dissect you, so it doesn't matter how big you are. You're going to fall. Can you get back up?
There you go. That's
a good question.
Yeah, go.
You said I can go toe to toe with him. Bring him here. So. I'm ready for the test.
He's ready for everything.
That's a match you want to see. Put it together. Book it.
I would book it.
For the test.
I'm just very, very, very curious to see if you would run for cover.
I'm not running, ducking, no hiding from me. It's when it's takedown season. That means they are going to face their season's beating.
Oh.
When it's takedown season, there's no ducking, there's no hiding, there's no nothing.
It
just means that they are going to be ducking and hiding and screaming or whatever when takedown strikes upon them.
There you go. It's takedown season.
And I have seen it. You are the Yes, you are the takedown king. And I'm going to go a little humble on you right now because there is a question I want to know. So for you guys, and you start out as just average fellas, you get into wrestling. I know that you were big into it, Jackson. You had stickers all over your binders. I know all that. What I want to know is as you grow up, you get into, you're being trained by Santino. It's phenomenal.
Stone Rockwell.
How do you guys deal personally on the inside with now the fact that you are actually heroes to very, very many people? You are, when you're a champion or just a wrestler out there, so many kids are looking at you guys saying, I can actually do anything now. Those guys have inspired me. They are my actual hero. How does that hit you guys personally?
It's very, very humbling. Like I said earlier, our group, when we say we're here to make history and leave a legacy, it's big. It's major. We want to make history. We want to be an inspiration to a lot of kids, no matter what race, gender, it doesn't matter. We just want to be able to have that nice crossover and be able to say, hey, like we are not just about. This is not just about wrestling. This is about, anybody can relate to what we have going on. I always say it's takedown season, and takedown season to me means like not just to take down your opponent, but it means to take down any barriers in your way, take down anything that's in your way that's stopping you from succeeding, whether that's depression, mental health, negativity, doubt, fear, anything that's in your way. And if I can kind of bring that across to someone who's a little younger and they can find some inspiration in that, then I've done my job as a professional wrestler. I want to make sure that Dynasty, that all of us in our group are being good role models to kids and just making sure that they have someone to look up to. And when they throw the diamonds up, that's power. It's not just a hand gesture. It means the diamonds are up. It means you're precious. Diamonds are precious. So if they want to throw it up with us, and that's what they want to do, then we're doing our job.
Diamonds are made from pressure too, so.
Exactly.
And it's being a key inspiration for the youth and being able to transcend generations, like I said, from young into our old heads, our OGs, you know what I mean? Being able to show them that it doesn't matter where you are in life. If you have a dream and inspiration, go forward. You can make it happen. And you can see that through us and our success in real time. Overcome your obstacles. That's the biggest thing with me. And the lion heart, the meaning of the lion heart, having that heart, that fight within you to overcome anything, any odds that are trying to defy you in life. Believe in yourself. Believe, positivity, and having that positive energy will do wonders for you. It's like, and that's one of the things that we're trying to drive home and make sure that we can bring that over into our mainstream level as well.
Yeah, because when you look back, so you said during the pandemic, so you've only been together for maybe 4 or 5 years. So the amount that you've been able to accomplish in that time and the fact that you're not finished yet that's inspiring as well, I would think.
That's the key, right? It's like you don't feel like you're back. We as people, and especially in this society, everything's so go, quick. It's like I'm in this race against time, when in reality, if you just focus on yourself, focus on consistency and maintaining your stride, anything is possible. And you will see those results happening in real time, faster than you know, right? So just being keen on that and having a vision and seeing through it and making that a reality is the key thing with us through a Dynasty.
And sometimes being in the right place at the right time. You never know who you're going to run into, which situation you're going to be put in. Let me ask you this too. What about your families? So when you decide, hey, I'm going to get into the world of wrestling, what did your families think? Okay.
So I got pretty lucky. My mom actually was a huge wrestling fan growing up. She actually went to WrestleMania 6 in Toronto.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so she was there. So as I was growing up, like, I'm tuning into wrestling, and I'm not getting the whole, like, you should stop watching that. That's violent. You don't watch that. She was actually, like, happy to see me get into wrestling because she was such a big wrestling fan. And, as I told her, like, okay, it's time. Like, I want to actually go into professional wrestling. The only thing she said to me is like, okay, well, if you get hurt, it's on you, but I'm giving you this blessing to go and chase your dreams. So I got really lucky in the sense. My sister's also was a big wrestling fan. She a huge John Cena fan. So, she actually just called me as soon as they did the whole heel turn thing. She was the whole like, oh no, John Cena, oh my God, what's going on? So she's actually getting back into wrestling. She kind of stopped for a while. But overall, my family's been very supportive in me doing a professional wrestling, and they continue to show support. And I love them for it.
Yeah, same. Like similar boat as well. Like I come from a multicultural family. My family's been open to pro wrestling from when I was a kid. Like my nonna and stuff like that. She has paid to SummerSlam '92, etc. So I've been watching pro wrestling from a kid, and the influence of pro wrestling has been in and out of my family. My dad does Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and has a background in mixed martial arts already. So I've always been in the mix of mixed martial arts. from a little bit of amateur wrestling I did recreationally to getting into jiu-jitsu with my father, who's in his 70s now, just hit 70, and like he's still active, right? 68, 70 years old now, and still active and doing it, you know what I mean? And keeping active with that. So it's always been in, and combat arts has always been in. I have a background acting. So pro wrestling was the perfect blend of theater and combat arts together.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I seen the opportunity of Battle Arts being there, I just jumped for it. My dad came to like my first match that I had at Battle Arts, so he seen that. I went to WrestleMania X8 with my dad, so that connection I have with my pops, you know what I mean, has always been there. So he's been open arms. They're thinking, yo, man, don't broke up your body, eh? that's like the biggest warning. As long as you don't come back in a body bag, they're good.
All right, fair enough.
That's only if you're fighting the Soul Taker, though.
Yeah, in that case, I gotta give him that call then. Give him the fair warning. So I've always been blessed and guided the hand. My sister's been in athletes. She's done, you know, flag football, etc. So we've been always active as kids in gymnastics, etc. Making use of those little trial runs that we had as kids. So we've always been in the athletics, and my parents have always been open with us to just following their dreams and chasing their dreams. And that I feel like the big thing that woke them up that this is actually real was not only coming home with championship titles and seeing them, the real life results, that they're actually making moves. This isn't no play thing no more. Like they're actually coming home with some hardware. Cool. But it was like when we did the WWE extra work and like them seeing that we're gonna be in the trenches in WWE backstage with our idols and people that we've grown up watching, etc. That's when like, okay, we can really take this serious. It changes and it's like, okay, it's not like a hobby, it's not like a side thing that they do on this is a career path now.
Right.
So,
and your family, your family can be the most judgmental people, but that's good because it's important to have positive and negative feedback. And if anyone's going to tell you the truth, I know from my house, your family's going to tell you the truth. Oh, and this young man right next to me too. You're going to tell us the truth, are you?
For sure. And that's what you want. You want that balance, right? You want someone that's not only going to tell you, yeah, you're doing good, you can do anything you can, but also be aware of the dangers. And prepare for plan B, C, and D, because you want to start a family, you want to build that next chapter in your life.
Definitely. So
you want to find a balance and some sort of foundation within us all. And we're well aware of that. So we all have a trajectory in our own individual path lines that we have in our pro wrestling career, and collectively what we have to see for a vision together.
Yes,
so you two fella, you're in the ring. All I want to know is, because I've watched your matches, so there's a variety. There's not one that can actually get pinned down as your finisher move. Jax, I've watched you do the power bomb. I've seen the dragon screw leg drag. I've seen all your different, which really stands you out. But for yourself, what is it that Jackson or Mikey Truth, how do you drive home? Because right now, watching, it's kind of disappointing in a lot of matters with WWE, stuff like that, where finishers don't mean anything anymore. What is it? How do you put the nail in the coffin, per se, that this match is over?
Okay, that's a great question. As far as me and Mikey's finishing move, it's a powerbomb stomp that we've recently called it the Dethroner. So when we hit you with the Dethroner, you know it's done. It's finished. It's finished. Yes, exactly. But when it comes to me, myself, my finisher is a T-bone suplex. I call it the Coronation. It's a T-bone suplex similar to Shelton Benjamin, what he used to do back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's one of my finishers. But I also can hit you if I'm feeling really, really mean. I'll hit you with a stretch muffler. I'll hit you with my stretch muffler. And if you really piss me off, I'm telling you, I'm going to snap a leg or two.
Yeah.
So when it comes to me, I'm telling you, either getting the T-bone Coronation or you're getting that stretch muffler.
There you go.
Yeah, and on my end, for me, like I said, I can physically dissect you. So if you throw me around in there, don't let me catch you because I might pop that arm and that neck off with a crippler crossface. You know what I mean? And
old school.
And if we push it to the test, I might go up to the top and hit you with a spiral tap. OD to AJ Styles. Best in the world.
Oh, those are classics right there.
Oh, yeah, that'd be phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Oh, there you go.
So-
Whoa, well played.
Yep.
I see what you did there. I'm with
See
you.
that?
Nice favorite.
But just so you gentlemen know, you guys are coming into LaSalle, Ontario, into the LaSalle Event Center, NCG Wrestling. You're up for the inaugural Tag Team Championships against the Congregation.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, first ever. You're going to come in. You're battling for it. It's going to be a hell of a night. We here at the station are giving away a family pass, general admission for people to come so that they can see you. They can watch the match. They can cheer for you. They can cheer for you, whatever they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it will be on as a contest, email contest into the station. If you want to come and see Dynasty, if you want to come and see the Congregation, you want to come and see Zeke the Freak, Giant Orion. Like, this is a star-studded, and this is what I've been saying with NCG, which is amazing to me. I've always been a huge WWE fan, WCW, NWA, AWA.
Everybody, yeah, he's a little bit older than us.
We do have Joe Hendry coming in. That's not what I'm going for. I'm going to see you guys. To me, you guys are the stars, and that's how I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how it when you guys, if it's like a fame and fortune thing, a guy comes in, such as we've had The Godfather.
Right.
We're gonna have Joe Hendry. If that's a star-studded moment for you guys, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and tell you, when I go there, you guys are the stars that I'm there. I don't care who's coming. I'm already planning my trip to the next one because of you guys.
Mm-hmm. And that's
Appreciate it. We're looking forward to that, man. We're looking forward to NCG. Believe, because we believe Dynasty is going to be your first ever NCG Tag Team Champion. You can bet on that. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty of it. We're in a very transitional period, not only in Canadian pro wrestling, but I just feel in NCG as a whole, the vision's all coming together on what NCG is all about. Like you mentioned, we're bringing the old school flavor, the foundational elements and ingredients that is the essence of pro wrestling to this new generation as well, coming together and all meeting at that crossroads that we believe. And we can't even forget this NCG TNA connection.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So the world is at its oyster when you don't know what kind of talent may pop in and out. And you parlay back into the tag team division, you don't know what kind of tag teams may appear in NCG going forward. So I'm looking forward to this. It's a very historical night. And like we've been saying, Dynasty set out to make history and leave a legacy.
That's right. Diamonds up. Diamonds up.
And I was just going to bring up the same thing with TNA joining so quickly onto NCG, which is not even a year old yet.
Mm.
But it propels, it gives that limelight to you guys, that you guys, as I said, are the stars. But the potential is that within the next couple months, the way that has exploded, we could be watching you guys on TNA. We could be watching you guys climb your way into NXT, climbing your way into the WWE, into WrestleMania. That's what we live for, is the climb. We live for that journey. And that's what we want, is we want for all of you that are in NCG, and we've watched the dedication you guys have put into it, is we want nothing but the best for all of you. Everyone can't be the champion, but everybody can be an inspiration. And the two of you are to a lot of people, and I just want to put that out to you.
I appreciate it. And you said it perfectly. You laid it down. That's the food chain right there to success. You see, there's NCG, this relationship with TNA, and just all about what you can make with these opportunities and building there. The doors may open with NXT, WWE, the world of independent pro wrestling as a whole is so diverse right now, and there's so much opportunities to find growth and success. You just gotta stay consistent and keep your nose to the grind and see it out. See it out.
That's right. Let me ask you. Let me ask you before you go too, because you were both at the Battle Arts Academy. What was it like to train with Santino Marella? How was he as a mentor?
Well, he's a busy guy, so we didn't really get too much time on my journey, because my journey is a bit different than Jackson, because I was a bit earlier than he was.
Okay.
So with me, I got a little more taste of Anthony. Like Anthony Crowley opened up my first match and gave me the mic to do the first promo to start off the show for Rising Stars that we had, the first show coming back from lockdown. Mm-hmm. So he had the trust in me to kick off the show with my energy, with a promo, and then I kicked off the show with the opening match. So Anthony's been known to, like, when he sees something in you, he's going to give you an opportunity. And that's one of the key things that you got to know about it, is that if he sees something in you, he's going to invest into your talent. And he was busy. He's a busy guy. So his delegations and his workload is on him. So while he made his way out of Battle Arts, I got a little taste of Yuki Toi, who's the original essence of Battle Arts in Japan. That's where Battle Arts originally originated from. It's Japan. It's through Yuki Ishikara. So I got a little taste of him. He was able to come back at the 10-year anniversary. Just some of the new generation, like Jackson Roy, was able to get a little taste and meet him one-on-one. And then the main core training was with Asylum, Stone Rockwell.
Ah, yes.
Big to him. He's the man that really took us under his ring and showed us how important it is not only to have the fundamentals, the character work, and build that presence and being able to talk and, stand 10 toes down when duty calls. So that's something that he drilled into us. Stone Rockwell and Rob Simpson, Silk Smooth.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, training with Santino has been a good experience. He kind of has the same type of style as me. He likes to teach the grappling, amateur wrestling style. I also let Anthony or Santino Marella know that we both actually trained with the Yamura family. The Yamura family is the family that trained Santino in judo, and I trained with his son in amateur wrestling when I was in high school. So we kind of have that connection there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Santino, he like he said, Santino's a very, very busy guy, so we don't get to see him a lot at Battle Arts. But when we do get to see him, he makes sure that he is telling his students that, we all got to go out there, we all got to travel, and we all got to give this our all. So we just take that advice and we make sure that we go on our journey and we try to explore and we go all over the globe. So he's definitely helped us with that.
All right.
So training with Santino, though, did either of these master the Cobra?
You don't see it's ready for you, though? You don't see we're ready. You're ready. Jump out real quick. Yeah. Strike on ya.
No, I want to thank you guys for being on the show. And like I said, good luck come the 5th. I don't think you're going to win, but I got to say, as I said, I thank you guys very much, and you are one hell of an inspiration to a lot of people, and keep it up. And I honestly hope to turn on TNA, NXT, WWE, and see Dynasty stand in the middle of the ring.
Yep.
Up against the Motor City Machine Guns.
Yep, and we're going to remember that they were here first. They were on this
Everybody
show
starts here, baby.
We'll be here and we'll be back here. Hey, you don't forget where we come from. That's one thing you got to remember about Dynasty. We know our roots and culture.
Very true, very true. Yeah. Before we get out of here, do you want to give your social media so that people can follow you?
Yes, absolutely. So you can follow me at Jackson_Roy on Instagram and Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. You can follow me at Jackson_Roy. Also, you can follow my YouTube channel at Jackson Roy. Excuse me. There, I post a lot of our full matches, promos, interviews. So make sure you follow that, and you can get all the openings or anything that's going on with Dynasty. Also, I have a TikTok, Jackson Roy 95. I don't post any dance moves or whatever like that, but I do post a lot of Dynasty stuff or Jackson Roy stuff, and I also repost a lot of like old wrestling clips that I like or like random wrestling videos. So definitely follow me on that, and yeah, just follow the whole journey of Dynasty. Follow D. Smith, Sway Archer, Xavier Walker, and yeah, I'll let Mikey Truth, that is, say his social media.
All right, here we go.
Thank you guys for having us. It's an absolute pleasure to chat and get to know each other on this platform and building towards We Believe NCG April 5th, LaSalle, Ontario, just a stop away from Detroit, Michigan. You guys can make it to across that border because it's going to be a special event. We will be crowning your first ever NCG Tag Team Champions, and you'll be able to find me and those results at Mikey.Truth on Instagram, Mikey Truth on TikTok, Blue Sky, all social medias. Type in Mikey Truth, Dynasty. We're going to appear. We're going to be right there. And again, thank you guys all. Big shout out again to D. Smith, Sway Archer, the Culture King, the notorious Big Flexi, Xavier Walker, and also shout out to Carmen Petrovic.
Yes. Shing Shing Squad.
Yeah, Shing Shing Squad. She's killing things on WWE NXT. The first lady of Dynasty.
Oh.
Little tidbit for y'all. Yeah. She's gonna be killing things on Mania Week and with Bloodsport that's been announced. And we will be in Las Vegas for WrestleMania Week. And we're going to be getting active as well. So who knows? Maybe carrying some NCG Tag Team Championship gold, baby.
Oh, there you go.
Vegas.
There you go. All right. And with that, excuse me, we are out of here. So if you're looking for us, you can find us on the CKRT Border City Radio app. And you can also download that. You can download that app, take us with you. Listen to our show.
Anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world.
That's right. We're available on Spotify as well. We are the Wrestling Roundup with Jay and Dan on Spotify. You can find us in the Google Store or the App Store. So that's, again, the CKRT Border City Radio app. You can give us a call. Leave us a message at 226-759-8280. And with that, I'm going to say thanks for listening to the Wrestling Roundup. We hope you enjoyed diving into the world of suplexes and smackdowns with us today. You can find us next week, same time, same ring.
I'll give you the diamond. And if Dynasty is running around the world, CKRTradio.com's coming with you.
That's it. And
you're the legacy.
That's right. And if you're looking for us, you can find us on Facebook. We are the Wrestling Roundup on Facebook and Wrestling_Roundup on Instagram. So with that, for our guest today, Mikey Truth and the Takedown King, Jackson Roy, I'm Jay, he's Dan, and we'll see you when we look at
At least he knows who we are.